social media. We'll get you out here really well before the top of the hour to give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games and maybe even those 640 games. And that's what we do here on this Drive Thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's Trevor Live Free Sports Picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Plays. Let's take a look at who's on the show here on this 4th of July show. We got Zawacky signing momentarily, and we got Wayne Scott. Here's how they'll line up for this evening. Looks like we'll move Wayne to the leadoff today. Hopefully we'll get Jay signed in here, Rod, and then I will close this one out. Happy 4th of July to everybody out there. Limited show. Not a lot of games here in the prime tower. I think we've got like 5 of them. So we'll go ahead and get this one started here. Let's get it started here with Wayne Scott. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. So we wait for Jay to sign in, and we'll get to him once he signs in. So we'll go ahead and bring in Wayne right now. Catch him over at Pick Dogs. Let's see if we're set to roll here with Wayne Scott. I'll have to set up his game because I had in the system Jay's game. Wayne, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T? What's going on, Pick family? Happy 4th of July. Let's get it today.
Let's get it today indeed. As joining us right now here will be Wayne Scott. He'll be looking at this one tonight here between this Blue Jays and this game tonight between the Blue Jays and the White. Oh, wait a minute. Let's get back here. Blue Jays and the White Sox is your game tonight. We're not doing that today. Let us know what you got in this one.
Yeah, we're going with this game between the Blue Jays and the White Sox, and both of these teams are 5-5 in their last 10, playing some up and down baseball. In this one, we're going to go to the total in this one. I'm going to stay away from the money line on this one. And Chris Bassett on the mound for the Blue Jays, 4.0 ERA and a 1.1 WHIP. And in his night games, he has a 2.3 ERA and a 0.9 WHIP, so he does play a lot better in his night game. Is a guy who started off the season pretty strong. He's had a little regression here lately, but he had a decent outing in his last outing. Both of these teams are not consistent when it comes to batting, and Luis Giolito on the other side, he's been pitching very well here, and I'm loving the under here in this one. Both bullpens from the season to now, they are doing a lot better. The numbers on the season aren't good, but then last 10, both bullpens are numbers are good in this one. And batting righties, these guys aren't great at that right now. So with all that being said, I like the under in this one. Couple ATS stats that I like in this one. 15 and 19 to the under. The White Sox are after a loss, and the White Sox are 8-1. Their last 9 in the game 1 for the White Sox, and to the under. And they are 7-1 in their last 8 against righties now. Under here, under 8.5. I think this one definitely stays under.
All right, we got Wayne says go under in this one here between the Blue Jays and the White Sox, as we got to Giolito here going head-to-head in this one. Yeah, White Sox have had some struggles here hitting those right-handed batters as well. And, this White Sox team, Wayne, it's just that offense has just been so inconsistent, right? You'll see some offensive production here from this White Sox team. You think, hey, they got what it takes. But then you get these games where they struggle to get 2 or 3 runs up on the board.
Exactly what you said, Tony. And even on the other side of that with the Blue Jays, you can they're a team that gets more wins than the White Sox, but they're not a team where I can just go out there and trust their bats to get it done. Their bats are pretty inconsistent too. We got 2 pitchers that actually play pretty solid in this split right here in the night games, and Bassett doesn't play horrible on the road, and Giolito plays his best at home. So like you said, inconsistent bats, 2 strong pitchers, bullpens who have looked better in this last month stretch.
With this Blue Jays and the White Sox, both pitchers with low whips, and Bassett has some pretty good record this year against losing teams as well. He's shown that. I think there's a number here, 14-0. Did you see that? 14-0 against losing teams. This Bassett team record behind him.
No, I did not see that. I wish I would have known. That's good. That's good info right there, Tony. Appreciate you for throwing that out there for us.
All right, Wayne here on the White Sox Blue Jays under 8.5 runs. This one will have a start time here of 8 Eastern time. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Print, where you've been on absolute fire here. I mean, Wayne has put up some fantastic numbers here. And we saw this about a couple of weeks ago coming because Wayne was getting super confident with his pitch. And it's come through here. 2,378 units of profit last 3 days, all documented over at Pick Dodge Premium. All right, Wayne, just a handful of games tonight in the primetime hour. I think we got about 5 of them. What do you have going over at the site?
Yes, I do have everything that I have for sale is going on either now or has started, so I have nothing for sale currently. So look to catch me tomorrow. I will have my best bet out there, and we'll go from there, continue to cash and continue to stack these units, trying to have a strong month like I did last month. 1 and 2 yesterday. Them losing days are getting unfamiliar with me, so yesterday a little rough in the stomach, have a losing day, but looking to bounce back strong today and tomorrow and the rest of this week. So let's cash on this 4th of July and get ready for tomorrow.
That's right, guys. I got up board here with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dodge Premium. 2,378 units of profit, all documented over the site. So get on board. Of course, Wayne has these long-term passes. May be your best value right now, so get on board with Wayne with these long-term passes. Of course, that 1 month pass will get you off Wayne's premium placer for 30 days. Also, he has his MLB season pass. The way he's running, you may consider that MLB season pass because baseball goes right to the beginning of November, right? So we've got at least another 4 months of baseball left up there. So a good time to get on board with Wayne. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout will save you 15% off, which takes $75 off Wayne's season pass for Major League Baseball. Remainder of the season here includes all the postseason as well. So get on board and use that promo code. All right, Wayne, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
I appreciate you for having me, Tony T. I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully be back with a loaded show tomorrow.
That's got it. We got a loaded show tomorrow. Big games tomorrow. A lot of afternoon games. I think only two-day games. So we're gonna have a lot of night action. Wayne Scott here on the drive. Dude, let's continue on here on the show. I think I saw Jay sign in, so we'll go to Jay. I think Jay's ready to roll. So I see his image. So let's continue here on the drive. We'll bring in Jay Briggs. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring him in right now. I think we'll set to roll here with Jay. Let me get his card in here in just a second. We're ready to go here with Jay. Here we go with Jay. Jay, what's happening?
Tony T, what's happening? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. We're good. All right, here we go tonight. It's the big one on TBS tonight. This one everyone's getting excited about. Ohtani and Musgrove going head-to-head here. Padres favorite, though, minus 143, total 7.5.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think this is going to be an extremely great game tonight. Can't wait to watch it. I like it to better. Can I hear you? I think my sound is messed up, but I'm going with Ohtani and the Angels. I think they go ahead and get it done in San Diego. Musgrove, he's been hitting in his last few games. He hasn't given up the runs, but he's been hit, I think, against the dangerous offense Los Angeles team. I think they can get to him, and he's the best player in drought on the mound and hitting the baseball. And on a day like today, 4th of July, I would much rather be on the Angels. The Padres, they have been playing some pretty good baseball recently, but they're way too inconsistent for me. And I think this is an Angels type spot with Ohtani on the line, on the mound. Getting the Angels at this price with Ohtani, we won't see very often. I'm fading the inconsistent Padres. I'm taking the Los Angeles Angels.
All right, we got here Jay here going here with the Angels here at plus 133 here, plus 133 here against this Padres team. I know there might be some concerns here on the Angels side because they saw that wrist injury there to the big hitter Trout.
Yeah, I did see Trout go out with the on the 10 IL, but it's a pretty deep Angels team. We haven't really been able to say that in the past year. They're in the thick of things in a tough AL West. What's their batting line overall? I think they'll deny. I think, like I said, Musgrove, it's not like he's not being hit. He's just avoiding runs. I think the Angels get to him today early and often. I think enough on the other side, and I see the Angels winning this game straight up.
Yeah, don't forget the Padres have had their struggles this season. One of the most underperforming teams this year. You can think of the Padres. You can think of the Mets. That's been kind of an issue here with this Padres team. So look at Ohtani, maybe go against the Padres. That's what he's looking at here with the plus money. Angels plus 133 against the Padres. This one have a start time 6:40 Eastern time. This is your national TV game over on TBS. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Premium for tonight's action. Of course, Jay, it's all baseball for today. About 5 games on the board here, going showing profit here for this year in 2023 for Major League Baseball. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yes, sir. Nothing today. Had one play today. It's off the board. We took a dub with it earlier, so nice to see that. Got back on track. It's been a pretty rough week for me, I'm gonna be honest. But like I said, we got back on track today, and we still positive units for the season. We look rolling, and we got more plays rolling tomorrow with the huge card. So definitely have 2-3 plays for y'all tomorrow, and hop on some long term. We have 2-1 cap respect, and continue making money throughout the dog days of summer.
That's right, guys. Got a board with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs. Showing good profit here for baseball this year. Long-term pass is the way to go. To be 7 or 30 all sports pass. Get all of Jay's premium plays for that time period. Just like when you go to his handicapper page to make that purchase, remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion, making it even greater value there. All right, Jay. It was always great having you show. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch up with you again here on Thursday.
Yes, sir. I'll see you Thursday, Tony T.
You got it. Jay Briggs
Happy
here
4th
on.
of July, everybody.
Happy 4th indeed. Jay Briggs here on the drive through. Let's continue here on our coverage, guys. It's a short show today, 4th of July, limited card. A lot of guys on having the day off. So we'll continue here on the drive through. We'll bring in Rod Zawacky, catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll get him in here in just a second. I think we're set to go with Rod. Rod, what's happening?
Yeah, not too much. Enjoying the 4th of July day. Took the dogs for a nice walk. Definitely enjoyed some outdoor activities today. Definitely nice outdoor. So
yeah, nice.
Taking it in what we can here in Canada. You know how it goes up here.
Yeah,
I got to take all the sun that I can before that white stuff starts to fly.
Oh gosh. Goodness. Oh my goodness. I know. Enjoy the summer. I got at least 3 months. You get September, October, September, August, September. You got 3 months
Usually
of it.
Usually Halloween. Anything after Halloween is after that. Usually Halloween is the day that it breaks loose after that.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, that's when it all breaks up. All right, who's going to stop these Braves, right? I thought the road would stop the Braves. Didn't work yesterday. I know it wasn't a premium. I was just saying, I asked the question, will the road stop the Braves? It didn't do yesterday, but we'll see if Bieber can do it, right? But the Braves have been able to hit good pitching. The Braves on the road here facing Guardians. Braves minus 130, total of 9.
Yeah, and just like we said yesterday, just like I said it was a 4-2 type game, and look, it finished exactly 4-2 game yesterday. So definitely locked into these Braves, winners of 9 straight. So yeah, do we want to get in front of them? No, even with Kobe Aller on the mound here, making his second start of the season. You look in those 4 innings, he only gave up 3 hits, and pitched 71 pitches, and looked pretty good doing it with a .83 WHIP in those 4 innings he pitched. So I think in this start you can stretch him out a little bit, and he'll go a little longer than that. But if you can get 4 innings out of Kobe Aller here for the Braves, you'd be definitely happy with that. Throw it to the bullpen, which has been solid. On the other side of the mound, you got Bieber on the mound for the Guardians here, and over his last 3, he's definitely struggled a little bit. 0-2 with a 4.42 ERA and a 1.04 WHIP. Some of that I equate to lack of offense from these Guardians at times. We've seen plenty of times the Guardians just fail to produce enough runs to win baseball games. When it comes down to the bullpens late, as I said, I definitely you got to give it to the Braves with the edge over the last 10 games. Almost a 1.5 ERA better is the Braves bullpen than this Guardians. I think the Guardians 8-18 in the last 26 interleague games at home, so they definitely haven't fared so well in the interleague games, and they haven't fared so well against the good teams. 3-12 in their last 15 at home versus the teams with winning records. Braves. Winners when they follow a win up in game number 2, they're 15-6. I think they make it 10 straight here. Can't get off this train. Take the Braves over the Guards in this one.
All right, we've got Ron here coming in here in this game here. He's going to go here with the Braves here, and not going to get in front of this train. this the Braves train. They've just been too hot. And always the concern here with the Guardians is their offense, especially at home. It's been kind of a struggle here. Just 3.5 runs per game, and they put up at home. That's a big concern when you're facing this offensive juggernaut like the Braves right now, who've been very good as a favorite. 30 games over 500 is a favorite of minus 110 or higher.
Exactly right, and they've been hitting. You look over the last overall batting 269 and averaging 5.8 runs a game compared to the Guardians at 4 runs a game they've been averaging this season. That's definitely not, as you said, not going to get it done here. You can't keep up with the Braves. His offense is too much as well. So even if even if your pitcher keeps you in it, you got to give him enough run support, and that's the problem. Some of these Shane Bieber starts definitely he's pitched well, but not got enough run support from the Guardians. I
Yeah,
get in front of the Braves.
yeah. Team record behind Bieber this year 6-11, and it's the run production. That's
6-11, right? See,
Yeah.
like he's pitched well in spots, and to look at that, the team record is 6-11. Yuck, that he's doing his job, but then when it comes to the bullpen and the offense, definitely at times it's feast or famine. Either you get 12 or you get 2 from the Guardians. At times, it's been tough. Definitely inconsistent offense, that's for sure.
Very much so. Okay, Rod here on the Braves here, -139. -130, do your line shopping, get the best numbers. You see these 10-cent lines at the sharpest book in the world. That's what you guys should be looking for. Look at the spreads in these lines and sign up for the books that give you the best numbers and the best odds and the best value for your bet. This one will have a start time here, 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Print for tonight's action. Source of profit over the last 7 days, about 5 on the board for Major League Baseball with some starts in about 20 minutes. What do you have going over at the site?
I got one play left for tonight's action. My Tuesday Diamond Crusher. You can scoop it up over at Pick Dodge Premium. My top pick in tonight's MLB action. As you scoop it up on the week and looking to continue that. So scoop that play up or grab one of those long term. Grab a 3-day, grab a 7-day, grab a 30-day pass, and join me as we continue to crush the MLB. I started off slow, but been rolling right along in the second half, and wait till the second half of the season after the All-Star break can get even better. That's when I really get dialed in on the MLB. So I'm excited. And then by that time, it won't be long until NFL comes rolling back, and then you'll have NBA rolling back. All the sports will be in action before we know it.
That's right. All of them, and as we said, hockey, they go in training camps in September, right? So we're now getting closer and closer, right?
Close. It won't be long.
It won't be long.
Time flies. Next, it'll be Christmas. So.
That's right. We got through the draft, and of course, we're seeing no training camp in September, usually when the NFL starts. So, again, about Zawacky over at Pick Dogs. Premium, some good results here the last 7 days, after yesterday as well. Diamond Crusher is up on the board right now. Remember, the one-day passes are credit guaranteed. They must turn a profit. If the amount you purchase is credit back to your site for site credits, that is credit guarantee. Of course, the long-term passes will serve you well. Rod does have passes up there for you. Also, an action here with an early NFL season pass. You can do that, or go with the long-term passes, 3, 7, or 30-day pass. All sports combined. Pick promo code, save that 15% off. All right, Rod. Not a whole lot of peripheral action to talk about. I know, Wimbledon's not your game, so I know we're looking at some CFL action later in the week.
Yeah, later in the week, definitely got some CFL action coming up here this week. We looked at yesterday's game, and it was Vernon Adams there, the QB for BC. Definitely did not have his greatest game. He threw a couple picks that were when BC was about to go in and get some points to make it a game again. The pick went the other way and almost was a pick six in the one, and the other one just drive killers. Those picks in the red zone going the other way kills your team, and it killed the momentum, and that's why BC got us in that one. But this week coming up, you look. Here's a battle. I would jump on this number now. That they're giving you 7.5 points with the Edmonton Elks, and everybody's bashing them. They're the bottom of the league. Sure, they're trash. This Saskatchewan Roughriders team isn't a whole lot better. They're not like miles apart, and I wouldn't call them a touchdown and a half. And like that line right now, I'm looking at -7.5 for Saskatchewan. I ain't laying that. Give me the Elks at +7.5 inside a touchdown. We see in the first meeting of the season between these two, it was a 4-point game in Edmonton, and it was a lot closer than that. The offenses on both these teams are dreadful, and I see that to continue. And you want to getting a touchdown and a half here with the Elks, take it. That's the one you want to jump on early, because I think that comes down to 6.5, 6 somewhere in there. And the other one, you look at Winnipeg. I think Winnipeg rolls over Calgary. The other one, Ottawa at +3. That's a good spot. Hamilton's still got issues in the QB spot. Bo Levi still questionable to come back for this one. And BC bounced back against Montreal. I like it. I would take the BC Lions back at home. Maybe like the last 2 games on the road, and I think Burnham Adams wants a revenge game, so I would think BC in that one this week early. But lots of time to dial in and dive into those. But those are my early quick lean looks at the CFL this week.
There you go, Rod's peripheral picks. Here you go, in peripheral there. And we got him with some CFL early looks here for this week. All right, Rod, as always, great having you show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Hey, great to be here. Always enjoy giving up plays, and sometimes we can win it, sometimes we lose. We try to win every single one of them. So definitely we try. We appreciate everybody. Happy July 4th, everybody. Stay safe. Don't drink too much, and have one for me, since it's been many years since I've actually had a drink. So have one for me.
Have one for Ron. And enjoy
Smash that thumbs
Smash
up.
that thumbs
Costs
up.
you nothing. Helps us out a ton. We appreciate everybody. Happy 4th of July. We'll catch everybody tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Me, Mitch, and Chris will be back at it on the morning show.
Morning show indeed, guys. Tune in then. All right, Ron, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
You as well, Tony. Have a good night. Good luck with your bets.
You as well. Rod Zawacky here on the drive-thru. We'll recap the plays if you happen to miss us here in just a second, so stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. We'll get to my pick, then we'll get to the recap, and we'll set the game up here for you in just a second. I'm going to put up my game here. It's going to be an ugly duckling here. It's the Athletics and the Tigers going head-to-head in just minutes from now, 15 minutes from now. And the game I will be on here will be on the Athletics taking the plus money. You can even find plus 157 in some places. But we'll be here on this Oakland Athletics team here in the spot here tonight as we got JP Sears. Let me just refresh my pitching screen. Just want to make sure we don't have any changes. As I refresh, I'll just tell you who is scheduled to go tonight. JP Sears for Oakland. He's got that ERA down to 4.43, but I like the fact that his whip is just 1.08. 24% strikeout rate. Does got hurt with the home run ball, but the Tigers don't hit any home runs. I'm one of the worst home run hitting team in the league. We know Tarek Skubal will be the starter here for Detroit. Skubal expected to make his debut. Let me just verify that, see if there hasn't been any changes. Sometimes there is, like we saw Max Scherzer get the start today. Let's see here. Yeah, Sears and Skubal are going to go here. That is confirmed. Okay. He makes his debut here after dealing with a tendon injury. And he last pitched on August 1st of 2022. 20 career appearances, ERA over 4, whip of 1.21, gives up 1.6 home runs per 9 innings. He did produce some pretty good numbers in his 15 innings in rehab. But the Tigers here just hitting .214 against left-handers. Sears, pretty good whip here on the road, 9 road starts, has performed okay with that whip. The thing here is that you got a Tigers team that's 28th in scoring, hitting, and an OPS. Sorry about that. Usually have that screen off. So 28th in scoring, hitting, and OPS are the Tigers. Just a really poor offensive team, and we're seeing a little bit of pop from this Oakland team. They can put up some runs, and I like this the Sears who is showing improvement. So we'll go Athletics here with this big price here, plus 152 against the Tigers. This one will have a start time here of 6:40 Eastern time. All right, guys. Check out Pick Oshman. I have a best bet. My 3-packs are off the board right now, so my best bet is up here from baseball, the late game tonight, so get on board with that. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout will save you 15% off. You can also get my long-term passes, my 3, 7, or 30-day all-sorts pass, and all my pre-and plays for that time period select. When you go over to my handicapper page and you make that purchase, remember the promo code PICK at checkout will save you 15% off. Even on these long-term passes, you can add a second capper with that, 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value there. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Before we get to the recap, let's keep an eye on the scoreboard, see what's happening here. We've seen some games going final. Looks like that Philly game just went final right now. So let's get to the scoreboard, if you would, here. And we got, let's see here. Marlins, boy, they put a beating here. I think we got to get to this beginning here. There we go. Reds and Nationals got to start today. Reds again continue to win here. Look at the price, just minus 106, 8-4 here against the Nationals. Nationals continue to struggle at home, continue to struggle against winning teams. They go down again. Reds win at 8-4. Yankees with that 8-4 win against the Orioles. Orioles again having trouble getting scoring. They were coming from behind in this game. Yankees get the runs up there. 8-4 here is the final. Boy, the Cardinals, things going really bad here. Luzardo on the mound. It was a big line, and boy, the Marlins got it done here. 15-2 against St. Louis. This one goes way over the total of 8.5. Another victory for the Marlins. And, of course, Rangers and Red Sox, in a final now, 6-2. This one goes under the total. Rangers get the victory against the Red Sox. Royals and the Twins. The Twins get it done 9-3 as big favorites here, minus 189. It does go over total here of 9 runs. I believe we've had some really hot weather today in Minnesota, if I wasn't mistaken, having looked at that game. About 73 degrees. Okay, so it wasn't in the 80s like it was a few nights ago. So, but still, we get the runs up there from the Twins side. All right, next game up here, we got Mets and Diamondbacks. Top of the 8th, Mets up 6-4 on Arizona. Mets close favorites here with minus 149, where Scherzer the announced starter in this one. Rockies and Astros. Astros holding that lead 4-0 on the Rockies. Rockies continue their struggles here on the road. Astros looking to cover that run line. They were plus on the run line tonight, plus 112. Total reigned here, closed at the total of 9. Cubs and Brewers. Cubs lead 6-3 here on Milwaukee. And this one was a tight line here. Brewers were minus 105 at the close here, bottom 8th in this one. Phillies and Rays just closer. Kimbrel gets the save here. 3-1, a low-scoring game. Good pitching performances on both sides here. 3-1, Phillies get the victory. Their Dogs at plus 128. Total goes under 8 runs. Mariners up 4-0 on the Giants. Giants continue their little slump right now. So the Mariners up in this one after 7 innings. And Athletics and Tigers get us to the 640 game with our games tonight. Remember, we got the Athletics Tigers still to come. We've got Angels and Padres. That's your TV game. We had to pick from that game. We'll get to the recap in just a second. We have the Braves and Guardians, the Blue Jays and White Sox, and the Pirates and Dodgers close out this 5-game primetime card. All right, let's continue on here on the drive through. Let's get to the recap. And the recap for tonight, we got to start here with JJ with the Angels plus 133 against the Padres. Wayne was on White Sox, Blue Jays under 8.5. Rod was on the Braves minus 139 against Guardians. I like the Athletics here with the big plus price, plus 152 here against the Tigers. The one I like the most here, let's double check here. I'm going to take my notes here on something real quick. I wanted to take a look here at that. While I'm looking at Jay's game here, I just want to make sure I got my notes straight on that one. Let's see here. Yeah, I think there's a value. I like the pick from Jay's here, especially where this line is moved from. Wow, from an opener of plus 101, you're getting plus 133 on the Angels. We know the issue with Trout. That's the reason for the line move. But Padres are 7-5 facing an AL starter whose whip is 1.30 or better. So whenever the good pitchers face the Padres, they struggle. And that's what I'm seeing here is a struggle against some top-line pitching. And you got that with Ohtani. So that'll be the play I like the best there with the Angels there, although I couldn't argue Rod's pick that there as well. But I'll take that. I like the plus. I always look for the plus first. And there we go there with the Angels there from JR. That's going to do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow here live at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. They'll give out their plays here for you here for the games. And we have a lot of games tomorrow. Just looking at the card, I've been already previewing some of the games myself. And it looks like all but one game or two games. We don't have, pretty much the 14 games tomorrow at 6:40 Eastern time and later. Only one day game. Colorado-Houston starts at 2 p.m. Eastern time, and everything else is around 6:40 Eastern time. So we're going to have 14 games to choose from Major League Baseball tomorrow. So we'll have a lot of action for you guys. So make sure you tune in to our show on Wednesday. Don't forget to always get started with the morning show every day, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. We got Mitch, we got Chris, and Rod Zawacky with that morning show. Remember, Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. Betting Tools show. Also is Nerfies, Your Fees, and he sits with the roundtable with the professionals also up on the show. And of course, Ron Romanelli with his Major League Baseball breakdown is available for you here as well. A pick from every game from Major League Baseball. And of course, don't forget Nick Menkins and Your Fees, Nerfies. We got Mills with his videos as well. And of course, Chris with his home run prop videos. And of course, Brad with his parlays. And of course, remember, Mills will have his UFC rundown this weekend. We'll talk to Mills on Thursday, find out more about what's happening with UFC. Brad as well covers that as well. All right, that's going to do it for our show. Thanks everyone for joining us. Want to shout out to Jovan Williams in the chat room. Tracy Sanchez, like your Stars and Stripes parlay up there. That looks good, my friend. Looking good so far. Bub, shout out there as well. Jovan Williams, we said James Thrower in the chat. All in. Likes Dodgers minus 1.5 easy cash. Can't argue that one. All in again in there. Shout out Blake. Appreciate the birthday wishes. Happy birthday for you tomorrow. Crazy, yeah, around July. Latifa in the house. Shout out to you as well. All right, that's going to do it for our show today. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew on this.